If you're a piano teacher looking for a summer workshop or camp idea, or even if you're just looking for extra activities to add into your studio, composition is the best bet. Hi, I'm Phoenix, and I'm the Tattooed Piano Teacher. I once polled my students to see what they most aspired to achieve on the piano. I had them pick from things like creating a YouTube channel, becoming famous, performing on a stage, playing with an orchestra, being in a band, learning my favorite song. All of these things that I thought that students would aspire to. And the number one thing that almost everybody circled on this survey was, I want to compose my own music. Learning that about my students was very exciting because composing is near and dear to my heart as a composer myself. So over the years, I have come up with so many different ways to introduce and facilitate creative composition in the studio. So whether you're looking for just an activity that you can do right there within the lesson during your theory time, or whether you're looking to host a workshop, a multi-week class, or even an intensive day camp, let me run through some different composition activity ideas for you that have been ultra successful with my students over the years. I'm going to start with the big one, and then I'm going to work my way down to a short activity you can include in lessons. So let's start with the big one. Here we go. Idea number one, you could host a composition boot camp. This is something that I've done every summer for the last few years. It's a Monday through Friday day camp where students come to my studio for 5 hours a day for those 5 days. I keep the group small and I make sure that the people attending this already know how to read notes on the staff and write notes. Usually these students have a little bit of composing experience already, and that's why they're willing to invest in this week-long boot camp. Because of the intensiveness of this boot camp and what these students end up bringing home at the end of the week, I can easily charge hundreds of dollars per student for this camp, and everyone raves about it and asks for it the next year. So if you really want to make some extra income this summer, this could be a great idea for your studio. So what does a composition boot camp look like? I set each student up with their own workspace. Each student has a full-size digital piano, a desk for their laptop, all the writing supplies, blank staff paper, chord charts, note charts that they're going to need as reference. And of course, they've got their bench, they've got their headphones, and a snack. Students come in on Monday morning armed with nothing but raw ambition and their laptop. I ask them to download a notation software that is free. They sit down and make themselves at home in their workspace. There's some structure to my instruction and to their projects, especially at the beginning of the week. But as we move through the week, they start to go on their own path and use their own creativity. Most of the boot camp is everybody silently with their headphones on, working on their individual original compositions, and I'm just traveling around visiting each one to check up on them. The results? Incredible. These students go home with usually a 3 to 5 piece original composition, professionally notated and printed out. We also do a recording on the last day. Their pieces are amazing, and I'm not telling them what to write. They come up with it. Really, the results are incredible. They'll also go home with a second composition in some cases that's usually a little bit shorter, but usually just as cool. They'll go home with an arrangement of a tune that they know or a lead sheet that they have constructed and notated. But basically, they're going to complete 3 different projects and take that home. And there's so much freedom within that as well. They're doing everything. I'm just facilitating. It's really incredible what these kids can accomplish. If you're interested in hosting a composition boot camp for your students, but you feel a little wary about how to fill the time, if you'd like a more structured curriculum that you can take and use with your students, I am developing a composition boot camp teacher toolkit for you. So once that is ready, I will link that down below. So it's all done for you and you don't even have to think about, oh, what am I going to do next? I'll answer all of your questions about that and tell you step by step, minute by minute, exactly how I run that boot camp. If you're not quite ready to do the full week camp, then I totally understand. We're going to go next to a class. This will be like a multi-week class. In the summer, I usually do 4 sessions weekly, so classes for a month, using my composition cut and paste. The composition cut and paste is a curriculum I developed to take the scaries away from starting a composition. So this is for students who love the idea of creativity, are not afraid of a craft project, but just need a little guidance to get them going to write their song. I've created all different levels from very, very beginner, like could be used at the very first lesson for a young beginner, all the way up to intermediate. What students do is they go through a guided workbook. Step by step, they are playing excerpts and deciding which one they want to include in their song. And then there are cutout sheets. So once they make the decision, usually between 4 different choices, then they will cut out the one that they want and then they will paste it on their final song project. So it's like a Frankenstein, this measure for left hand, this measure for right hand go together. I like that. And then I want my melody to do this, and then I want it to do that. It's like a multiple choice / craft project. So students can develop their own song. And the songs turn out really, really good. On the intermediate level, for the older kiddos, they are actually deciding chord progressions and melodies and writing it out rather than cutting and taping or gluing. But for all the other levels, they are cutting and pasting. The early levels are pre-reading, so they don't even have to have any note reading experience whatsoever. And then the later levels are working with notes on the staff, but a lot of review and a lot of help and a lot of writing in the notes and stuff like that as well. So they don't have to be like absolute fluent note readers to enjoy this project. If you're interested in trying composition cut and paste, I sell all of the level workbooks individually, or you can buy the whole bundle. The great thing about this curriculum is that you could do a whole class of all level 1s, or you could do a multi-level class. If you have a smaller studio, you could have a level A cutting out over here and a level 2 cutting out over here. And then you can just visit each person because for the most part, the instructions are similar, but each individual level's workbook just takes them through a slightly different process. So that's the composition cut and paste for a multi-week class. If you're looking to do a one-time workshop, might I suggest Compose with Dice. This is a quick activity with a ton of flexibility written in and not a ton of composition. It's more like a dice rolling game. I've actually done an entire video all about Compose with Dice. So if you're interested in deep diving exactly what that is before you try it with your students, you can check that out. However, I will give you a brief description. Basically, students are working with a 5-finger pentascale that they are familiar with or trying to learn. They will do a note writing activity first, where they're rolling the dice and drawing the note that they roll on the staff. This is treble clef right hand notes only, so that it's really accessible for every student, even if they're not the strongest note reader. Then on the song page, they will be rolling the dice to write in the right hand melody notes. So it's not really them composing, it's the dice composing. But for a student who you try to compose with them and you're getting a lot of, I don't know, I don't care, then let the dice do the composing for you. The reason I love this activity is that it's, like I said, accessible for students who are working in a scale, not the strongest note readers, and not self-initiating creatives. The left hand is done for them. The rhythm is done for them, and the note choices are done with the dice. They're simply writing them in. I find that this opens up a lot of conversations about how to draw notes, which way the stems go, what quarter notes look like versus half notes, and then we get into some discussions of how it sounds. Of course, by the roll of the dice, some notes will sound better than others, although I try to write the songs so that any note will sound okay. But sometimes students will make a comment and you can get into a whole discussion about dissonance versus consonance, or what note would you like to go there instead of the one you rolled. So once students understand how the Compose with Dice thing works, they can work independently writing their own songs. The great thing about this sort of a workshop is that you could have different students working on different scales. So if you have a very beginning student, they might be doing the C 5-finger scale. If you have a slightly more advanced student, maybe they're working in the D scale or in the F scale. But the instructions are the same, so you can kind of multitask different levels within your workshop. And the other thing that's great about this is that if you don't have a lot of keyboards sitting around all over your studio, then this can be done off of the piano for the rolling and the drawing part. And then they can go to the piano to hear what their song sounds like once it's complete. So if you want to host a class but don't have a lot of extra pianos, this could be the one for you. Compose with Dice can go really quick if you just want to write one song, or there are, I want to say 8 songs included in each Compose with Dice. There are seasonal sets. You can buy the bundle of all seasons or pick a specific season. So students can really make this as quick of a workshop as you want, or as long as a workshop. There's lots of flexibility. So if one kid is really fast and another kid is really slow, then just give this one another song to do. But one word of caution with the Compose with Dice is that it is centered around students who are between primer level and early level 3. So let's say like early elementary to elementary. It may not challenge like an intermediate student like the other things that I have with multi-levels. Now, if you're not looking to host any sort of extra class or workshop, you just want to include composition in your regular lesson time, then let me offer you a suggestion that can help get the ball rolling with students who are not good at free creating and need a little structure. But once you give them that boost, their creative juices start flowing. I call these composing prompts. This is basically where I've written a few measures in a particular style, and after that it just calls to be written out, like it needs to go somewhere else. So for a student who can't come up with their own fresh idea to start a piece, these can be great. I have them in all levels. I will link them down below. And these can be an at-home assignment, like a theory assignment you give them, or it can be done together in class. But basically, they are going to be playing the prompts, finding one that they like the sound of and that inspires them, and then they write the rest. There's a lot of freedom and flexibility in this as well, because they could complete the phrase by only writing out 4 more measures or something like that, or they could turn it into a multi-page song, depending on their enthusiasm about the project and the time allotted. So composing prompts may be the answer for you if you need just something to get them started. Now, there are a lot of other ways to incorporate composing into weekly lessons without making it like a whole big thing. If you are a member of the channel on the tier 2 or tier 3, be sure to check out the deep dive that I recorded. It is all about how to sneak composition into our everyday lesson routines. Just 1 minute there, 5 minutes here. How can we add in composing activities without making it a whole activity in the lessons? So if you're interested in joining the membership, sign up for tier 2 or tier 3 to access the members only library, which includes deep dives like that one, along with behind the scenes lesson footage of me teaching, book playthroughs, and a lot more. So if you decide to try one of these composing activities, I would love to hear about what inspires you. Check out the links down below if you would like to get some of my ready-to-go print and teach activities, whether it be the toolkit for the Composition Bootcamp, 1 or more levels of the Composition Cut and Paste workbook, the Compose with Dice set, or all the seasonal sets, or my composing prompts. And next I'm going to send you to this video all about the Piano Olympics. This is a studio-wide competition that you can also do in the summer. It can increase engagement, inspire students to practice even more in a season where they wouldn't normally practice, and it can bring in a little extra income for you this summer as well. So check out the Pianolympics competition video or another piano teacher video on my channel. I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching.